Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind. That's right, I thought someone had tagged me in something, but it's to everyone in Discord. Hi, hello everyone, it's here, Saturday evening. We're here for the last round of the MaX5. And really, we've only probably got about 8 more minutes to go of practice before we go into qualifying. I'm that late. And I've got no real excuse. I was eating my dinner and I couldn't sort my microphone out. I didn't know why it wasn't coming out the microphone, but as it turned out, it's because I left the VR headset on from playing No Man's Sky earlier. I didn't know it was still turned on, so the microphone on the VR set was being used. So here we are, round 6 of the MaX5. We have 2 races ahead of us, a 15-minute sprint race and then a 30-minute feature race. In the 30-minute feature race, they must use the racing hard tyres as mandatory. I think there's no length of time you have to use them, but you have to have them on at least some point in the race. We're using racing mediums most of the time, and we've got these MX5s zipped up to top power. And you can see the boys are having a bit of a race in practice. And we're watching IR Graham going around 777 all down the lap counter. That's crazy. Don't know what that's about, but IR Graham is fastest out there with a 57.401. This is going to be a manic race. It's at the Kyoto driving. It's at that annoying go-kart track. Oh, I'll tell you what it's called here. I'll have a look for the brief. I would usually start with the brief, but it's because there was something tagged on the Discord, so I went and read that, but it wasn't for me, it was for everyone. I didn't read it in the end. I think Racer Brown, oh, good evening, have a great race everyone, says Racer Brown. Let me go into season info. We are not even at Kyoto, sorry, Tsukuba. It's a silent C, I think, like tsunami. Tsukuba. So, as Tsukuba is a very small and narrow circuit, please be mindful of other cars during qualifying. Ensure we use the first lap to find some suitable space, preferably with slower cars finding space towards the back to avoid the whole grid bunching up during the session. This will be the final session of MaX5 before Christmas, but I will be returning in the new year. Season 5 will take place on a Friday. Hey! And first entry will be offered to those who are unable to attend the Saturday races. More details will follow on that nearer the time. Hey, we're going to be having a moving slot for MaX5. Fridays is usually other things. That's interesting, eh? Lexus Maximus cars change colour, so's Cthulhu's. Hey, oh, what we got here? Gold and black. I like it. Nice. Very nice. Good stuff, guys. Guesty second fastest. It's done a 58.195 here at Tsukuba. It's a 1.271 mile track with 14 turns, and the sprint race will be set at 12 o'clock in game, and the sprint race will be set at 6 o'clock. And the second race, the feature race, will be a rolling start of the reverse finishing of the sprint. I think that's everything. I will read you the table. The table, very interesting. It looks like Talleyrand, it's a slam dunk for him, but I'm not counting chickens, because there is a drop score. IR Graham missed round 1, but I don't think he scored enough. I think in the last round he only scored 8 in the sprint and 0 in the feature, so that might have cooked his goose. But Talleyrand is sitting top of the table with 198 points. IR Graham second with 131 points. Then in third, Cthulhu on 129 points, but he's still got to drop a round. Oh look, someone's gone in. Fourth is Kale on 128 points, and he's already dropped a round because he didn't turn up for Interlagos. Alexis Maximus is in 5th. He's been here for every round with 112 points. Then in 6th, the Mika Wivry, who is on 71 points. Then after Mika Wivry, 7th Guesty. Oh, now I've got to start following my finger because it starts getting tricky this end of the table. On 66 points. Oh, it's close there. Jax Racing is in 8th with 64 points. Then you've got Jokus in 9th on 60 points. Behind them you've got Ragnar in 10th on 58 points. Pat in 11th on 42 points. Racer Brown 12th on 36 points. And Koi Carp in 13th on 26 points. So the bottom of the table, tight as you like. Lots of movement to be done there. Is everyone ready? Asks the host. You bet your bottom dollar tomorrow the sun will come out. Tomorrow. Whack that. No, I did that wrong. Let me try that again. Right. It's X, not R2, because R2 gets rid of it. There you go. So. Wow, there's... Good luck, Guesty, says Racer Brown. Flashman, hello, and good luck, everyone. They're all up for a good race here, guys. Got qualifying to get out of the way yet, still. Yeah, I'm liking that monster livery. Ooh, looks like Cthulhu going out wide there. Oh, it's because he was saying why. Jokus in the Red Bull liveried MX5. He's gone 4th fastest. We have got some people sat in the pits, obviously. He's done a 59.121. The Mika Wivry, excuse me, let me clear my throat, is out there. She has done a 59.724. In 5th, Talleyrand, I don't think he has had a shot yet. It's just doing it now. You can see Jokus getting out of the way. Championship leader, maybe winner, not sure. I've not seen confirmation written anywhere, and until I see it in writing, I'm not going to say it. But there he is in the VRC liveried Mazda, coming around now just to blow the cobwebs off the old MX5. Yeah, so this is virtually like a go-kart track. It's just over a mile long, 1.2 miles. It's going to be so tight. There's going to be some bumping and grinding. 58.1 for Talleyrand. They put him on pole. One run shows what he got. Oh no, because Isle Graham's done a 57.4. Remember, he's in the pits at the moment. The guys and girls are just getting ready, getting themselves set up. Ready for a good qualifying session. Good luck, everybody. And we are now starting the qualifiers. Yeah, it's the qualifiers. It's the qualifiers. So we've got 12 minutes of qualifying. These guys run the fuel down a little bit, get out there, get their outlaps done. Try and find some good space on this first lap. See, they're all bunched up at the moment. Joker selecting to stay in the lap. He'll be doing his outlap when they're on their fast lap if he's not careful. And so's Ragnar, still in the pits. He's out now. So let's hope they have spaced themselves out nicely. Just coming around, I know. Just letting you have a nice full picture without all the bits and the bobs on. And I couldn't even tell you if that was Cthulhu or Ragnar. Not Ragnar, Cthulhu or Alexis Maximus. But they're coming around now, so we'll get the times back up. Starting their flying lap now. We're watching Alexis Maximus ahead of Talleyrand. Pat in the chat, I've been delayed, but I'm intending to race. Will I have to wait for race 2 now? Should I be able to get on before race 1? I believe you could just enter the room and right near qualifying just give Talleyrand a quick sort of, can I start race 1? And he'd probably get everyone to quit out and redo the grid. 1 sec. That's alright, it wasn't nothing private. My wife was just asking where my wallet was. Worrying times, eh? She's Christmas shopping. Oh, I'm nervous. No, it's my fault. I was trying to pay my payment online to my credit cards, and it kept saying that, oh yeah, they're coming round now and I'm telling you a story about a credit card. 58.1 from Alexis Maximus, but Talleyrand so far fastest with a 57.411. Kale going second fastest with a 57.989. We've had some more times though now. Talleyrand still top, but IR Graham putting it in second with a 57.833. Guesty up into third with a 57.946. Times are still coming in, but they've not affected the top 3. Then in fourth we have Kale with a 57.989. Ragnar setting the time but not hitting the top 4. Alexis Maximus fifth with a 58.187. Ragnar putting it in 6th with a 58.5. Joker 7th with a 59.1. Mika Wivry in 8th with a 59.5. Gatula 105.6. Obviously he's going round in pause, it looks like. So I don't know what's happened with Gatula. Kale setting another time, putting it up into 3rd with 57.883. He's only 500ths off IR Graham, and IR Graham's only 2/10 virtually. IR Graham going faster again with a 57.593. So he is now just over, well, just under 2/10 off of Talleyrand's time. Mika Wivry setting another time, but she's down there in 8th. Only a 10th, just over a 10th away from Joe Cass with a 59.314. Gatula's still on, oh no, he's now having a run. I'm not sure why he was paused. Talleyrand still leading the field with 8 minutes left of qualifying. But yeah, as I was saying, Pat, yeah, if you get in there before qualifying ends, I'm sure they'll get told to exit and they'll add you to the back. So if not, yeah, just go in during the first race and you'll get put into the second race, I imagine. So Talleyrand did a 57.8. Oh, someone's going faster. IR Graham. IR Graham's just gone the fastest with a 57.384. Guesty a 57.7, holding that 3rd spot, just 800ths ahead of Kale. Cthulhu finally joining the crew with the time, but it's down there in 7th with a 58.700. Did you find it? Good. Ragnar setting a 58.318, putting himself into a 6th place now. Just over a 10th behind. Oh, he's in between the 2 Spaniards. He's a 10th behind Alexis Maximus, and just under 4/10ths ahead of Cthulhu. So IR Graham taking the pole by 200ths, 27 thousandths of a second. Kale going faster again, but still only in 4th. Only 400ths now off of Guesty's time. How is Guesty doing? Guesty went faster on his last lap. What's he going to do on this lap? Again faster, 57.761. So Guesty is really enjoying these MX5s. Grand Jokers going faster, but staying in 8th spots. 59.148. Which is like it's 100ths faster than the lap he did before. The Mika Wivry did a 59.3 on lap 3. Waiting for a sector time. She's just coming up to a sector. Ooh, she's nearly 2/10ths up on her own time. That would put her ahead of Jokers if she can maintain. Racer Brown says, come on Guesty, get in there. I know, he's 3rd spot at the moment. He's nipped in, put some new tyres on. Watching Mika Wivry now, coming around to the finish line. Alexis Maximus going faster. Yes, Mika Wivery going at 58.787. Moving herself just ahead of Jokers. Jokers going faster also, but not fast enough to get back ahead of the Mika. So a 58.799 from Jokers and 58.787. Wow, that's close, with Cthulhu only 800ths ahead of these guys. He's back in the pause game. God, wonder what's going on with Cthulhu this evening. But he's eating his dinner, but his dinner's late. There we see Ragnar. He's in the 58s. He's done a 58.3 as one of his best times. But he's not dropped out of the... yeah, has Cthulhu just come to a standstill? Oh, he's letting everyone past, is he? Is that Cthulhu? No, that was Mika Wivery letting everyone past. Anything changed? Oh, I just saw someone's time come up. So Alexis Maximus went faster last we saw, 57.807. Has put himself ahead of Kale, only just. It's so tight. Those times are ridiculous. Guesty some 3/10 off of Talleyrand, but Ragnar going faster again and putting himself into 6th spot. Is that where he was? 58.270 now. 4/10 ahead of Cthulhu and some 4/10 behind Kale. He's going faster yet again. It's unbelievable. I.R. Graham at 57.322 on his last lap, but Talleyrand just crossing the line and retaking pole with a 57.313. Kale going faster and going back into 4th ahead of Alexis Maximus with a 57.806. He's a thousandth. He's a thousandth faster than Alexis Maximus. Alexis Maximus now coming down the final straight, heading towards the last corner. Can he retake his 4th spot back, or maybe more? With 3.5 minutes left of qualifying. Someone's gone faster. Pat's just joined, sorry. Ragnar has just set a new time of 58.1. It's put him in 6th. And what did he... oh no, Ragnar didn't... Alexis Maximus didn't go faster. Cthulhu setting a faster time. He's in 7th with that 58.208. He's ahead of the Mika Wivery, who is ahead of Jokers, but he's behind Ragnar, who is behind Alexis Maximus, who is behind Kale in 4th, Guesty in 3rd. Guesty is having an absolute stonking qualifying session at the moment. I.R. Graham retaking pole position with the 57.186. We are going to see 56s, I think, and then Pat's left the room. I'm sure he'll be back. Probably forgot his car. So Talleyrand we're seeing now. Oh, he's 600ths off his own time, and he is just over a 10th off of I.R. Graham's pole time. Crazy stuff here we're seeing. Oh, it looks like he's backed out of it. It's going to go in for the pits for one last run. Cthulhu going faster. Cthulhu going up into 6th spot with that time. A 57.875 puts him 600ths behind his teammate and nearly 3/10 ahead of Ragnar. See Guesty off the track there. Looks like he's looking for some space. Maybe they'll all be lining up their last runs. It takes a minute to go around, so this will be the time if they're going to pop into the pits. New tyres, crack on. But I.R. Graham looks like he's all set. Half a tank of fuel left. Never mind, error on console. Looks like I'm missing race 1. Oh, hang on, 3 minutes to spare. That was a bit tight. Patrick says never mind, error on console. Looks like I'm missing race 1. Patrick said kick me out back to the console menu. Oh, okie dokie. So Ragnar at 58.060 is in 7th place. We saw I.R. Graham was purple then. What about... oh, Cthulhu's gone faster again. Cthulhu's still in 6th behind his teammate. We're looking. I.R. Graham's just behind Talleyrand on the track. Watching for Talleyrand to cross the line. Looks like he's using Kale as a bit of a tow. If there is such a thing around this track. He didn't do anything that lap, nor did I.R. Graham. Further down, Guesty, he's fighting that car. Pat's joined again. See if he gets kicked again. He's got further this time. He's got to say hello. So Kale up on his own time and maybe a little bit ahead of Guesty. But is he going to get in Talleyrand's way on the last run? Talleyrand doesn't need this. He needs Guesty to be going as fast as possible. I.R. Graham still sitting happy on the top there by over a tenth. Talleyrand missed all the sectors, sorry. There's I.R. Graham there, just coming around. Oh, yeah, I thought I.R. Graham was just... Oh no, that's Guesty crossing the line. Has he got time for another lap? He has. Make it a good one, because Kale is pushing the pants off that car. Kale's coming around. We saw he was hundredths up on his own time. What is he going to do? 2/10. He's just not Guesty down to fourth. He's taken that third spot. Hasn't got as high as Talleyrand. But Talleyrand looks like he gets another lap. And so does I.R. Graham. Yes, I.R. Graham and Talleyrand duke it out for one more lap with Kel ahead of Guesty. Guesty's got that lap. He's 300ths down on his time. He's got to find a couple of tenths. Pat says, yay, that was close. Probably the quickest I've ever started up a game. Awesome. They're on their final laps. And now, Alexis and Maximus. I heard a ding, but I just missed it. Kale ahead of Talleyrand on the track, just coming around to the last corner for his last run. Is there any more in that Mazda than the 57.546 that he's done? No. Talleyrand, no. I.R. Graham, no one betters their times in the end, and that was it. That was qualifying, so that's your grid. I.R. Graham, Talleyrand, Kale, Guesty, Alexis Maximus, Cthulhu, and then, oh, it's on my thing, Ragnar, Mika Wivery, Jokus. Right, Pat, I don't know if you want to say exit, Pat waiting or something in the chat before they start, just in case Talleyrand missed you coming in. Thank you very much, Jokus. I don't know why. Jokus. Oh, did he get in your way in the end? Oh, F1 off, but I think they should delete out if Talleyrand is on the ball and has seen. He hasn't said exit yet. No, they've gone. Hi, hello. Is he going to say exit? I.R. Graham taking the lead, but I do believe we'll exit. We usually do. If someone's coming during qualifying, we usually exit out. Yeah, there you go. There you go. See, that's why I didn't get excited. It was because I knew that they were going to stop. I knew that we weren't going to crack on. So there you go. Yes, I'm just going to re-sort out the grid. I.R. Graham was first, Talleyrand, and then you were second. Then Kale was third, Guesty was fourth. I think Alexis Maximus was fifth, Cthulhu sixth. Ragnar seventh. Mika Wivery eighth. Joker's ninth, I believe. Oh, I don't know. What are you asking me for? Oh well, someone's poodling around, so let us get back to the track and we'll have a look who that is. Ragnar, I believe. We'll take the big numbers off, get that all back up, and then we'll press an F12 for the first time today. There we go, F12. It doesn't cost me now, honestly, it really doesn't. And in the chat, oh no, it's still thank you very much, Jokus from Ragnar. I thought I saw a big... Oh yeah, there it goes. Cthulhu Bruno with question marks. Yes, because Pat came in. Pat came in, so it's just a reset of the grid. Pat missed the beginning of quali. Mika Wivery, new helmet tonight. Work in progress. Right, I'll be F12 in you then. Mika, I'll be spamming you hard with the F12. Oh, someone's going around, so I can go back to the track again. Here we go. Ragnar in Team 13. Get rid of the big numbers off the top of the car. And let's have a look. Mika's out there, so let's give her a spam. Boom. Mika Wivery. New helmet design. It's a work in progress. It's nice. The pink or the purple really makes the black and white stand out. Pat says emojis on the chat show up as question marks. Oh, that'll be why. I always think he's asking me a question, like, eh? There you go. What do you think they hopefully smiley ones and not angry ones. Kale wanted to make an impact in this. He's already missed a round, so he's a bit sort of middle of championship. Good result here. Could propel him quite nicely. Let's have a look. Where did I say he was? Kale is 4th in the championship, but he's missed a round, so it's like he's already dropped a round. He's on 128 points, and it's 131 and 129 are the two above him, IR Graham and Cthulhu. IR Graham's dropped a round, so yeah, he wants to score well here, right? And we're getting rid of the numbers. We're looking at the grid. That's a long way away. Is there a better shot? There we go. Zooming in, waiting for the lights to change. IR Graham v Talleyrand. We think it's Talleyrand's championship, but he wants to make sure by finishing as high as possible. But IR Graham making the better getaway of the two of them there. Into the first corner is IR Graham, then Talleyrand, then Guesty. No, Kale in the inside of Guesty. Guesty and Kale. Oh, Guesty and Kale look like they had a bit of a coming together. Guesty's up to 3rd, Kale 4th. There we have Alexis Maximus in 5th, with alongside his teammate Cthulhu in 6th. But oh no, Ragnar. It looks like Ragnar came up the inside and it became a bit bargy. Jokers looks like he's bouncing off people a bit. It's crazy out there at the moment. Mika Wivery in 8th, ahead of about 9th, and Cthulhu down in 10th, because it looked to me like Ragnar had gone up the inside of Alexis Maximus to hit Alexis Maximus into... Whoa, look at that! Look at the first place, IR Graham and Talleyrand. Talleyrand right up. IR Graham's Jaxie, you could not get any closer in this race. Wow! Going into the first corner. Whoa! Dicey stuff from the two leaders here. Talleyrand looking to make his move up the inside. He's getting a quarter of the car up there, showing him his nose. He's up. There they are, side by side. Who's going to come out first? It's Talleyrand. Talleyrand making the move on IR Graham early doors in this race. Lap 2. Your race leader is Talleyrand against IR Graham, but IR Graham coming back at him. Ragnar is up into 3rd spot, ahead of Kale and Guesty. There's been some commotion down here. I've missed it all. Oh, Kale looking like he's giving Ragnar a tap, I think. Ragnar's got his elbows out in this race and he's upsetting people. He's just had a bit of a spin off of the oh my god, and he's taken Kale with him. Oh lordy, them two were getting a bit punchy with each other. Talleyrand leading from IR Graham a lot. IR Graham really dropped off there. Guesty getting promoted up into 3rd spot again after Kale and Ragnar's coming together. 4th is Alexis Maximus. After all of that, Jokers has now up into 5th, ahead of Pat 6th, who somehow has got ahead of Mika Wivery in this race so far. Cthulhu coming back at 1.7 seconds behind that group. He can catch him up, I believe. He's done a purple. Ragnar, well, yeah, and it's up 3. Ragnar is back in 9th after his coming together with Kale, and he didn't even redress. Didn't even let Kale have it back. Ragnar is racing angry. Alexis Maximus now having an off. It's crazy stuff here, absolutely crazy. Shall we have a quick see what maybe happened, or are we too late? Oh, it just looks like he went out a little bit wide there, brake late into the corner and had a wee spin to himself. So back up to the lead, we see Talleyrand is nearly 1.5 seconds ahead of IR Graham. It's non-stop this race. What a move from Talleyrand, says Racer Brown. Naughty boy also, Racer Brown says. Are we talking about Ragnar? He seems to be the bad boy of this race. Guesty in a great 3rd spot, 3.6 seconds ahead of Jokers, but Jokers under pressure from Pat. Pat looking like he wants the inside. Oh dear, sorry. Pat's looking for the inside of that line. Jokers hanging it out on the outside and he's still holding on to it. Jokers then into the first corner though. Pat's got the inside line now, and Jokers brakes okay, but Pat got a little bit late on the brakes, and Pat has now really lost the corner to Jokers, and he's under fire from Mika Wivery. Mika Wivery looking for a way, but Pat's now back onto Jokers' case, and he's going up the inside. Wow, that was not a bad move. That was quite nice, tidy. So now Jokers trying to find a way back past Pat. There is a real... Oh, now Jokers looked like he tapped the back of Pat, and Mika looked like she got a little corner of Jokers as well. And there we see, who is that? Cthulhu. Cthulhu's just trying to zoom up in between them all. So you fight it out. I'm moving up. So Pat now in 4th ahead of Jokers, with Jokers just ahead of Cthulhu and Mika Wivery in 7th. Ragnar there in 8th, with Kale chasing him down in 9th, and Alexis Maximus back in 10th. So, whew, lap 5. Talleyrand is in first place. I.R. Graham is only 1.3 seconds behind him. Guesty is in an amazing 3rd spot, some 5.3 seconds ahead of Pat. We go again. Pat is just ahead of Jokers, who is just ahead of Catula, who has got Mika Wivry just on their bumper. We're sitting on board with the Mika Wivry right now and see how this lap unfolds from her view. Wow, it's crazy out there. Pat holding a nice steady line, leading this quad lot, and we've got Ragnar catching us up though, 1.8 seconds behind, but we can see ahead they're all breaking into the tight hairpin. I think they've all got different braking points at this point, but Pat's still holding that nice steady line in 4th place. He may be late, but look at that, from the back of the grid up into 4th spot with everyone's issues and worries. Maybe it's going to be quite busy for the steward. It looks like that Catula is making a move up the inside of Jokers. Jokers still holding that position though from Catula. Now Catula dropping in behind. Sorry, I should go and watch from their angle. So Pat in a great 4th. Catula has made that move up the... No, he hasn't. Where are we? Yeah, Catula has made that move up the inside of Jokers that he was threatening, and now he is all over the back of Pat. Catula wanted to make hay. Jokers trying to look for a line around the outside. Very difficult move there, and Mika Wivry just sniffing the exhausts of this fight ahead of her, hoping there'll be something left behind. As Catula now looking like he wants to go around the outside of Pat. He's switching it on to the inside. Pat's gone wide, has he? Oops, yeah, Pat's gone really wide. Oh my, Pat's gone very wide indeed, and now Catula is in 4th spot with Jokers in 5th. Mika Wivry is in 6th spot right now with Ragnar chasing her down in 1.6 seconds behind, but Pat is only under a second behind him, and Kale racing furiously back. I imagine he feels hard done by that move from Ragnar. Well, Ragnar just bounced off a curb, didn't he, really? But oh, he's up the inside, he's letting Pat know, he's nudging, and Pat's just there coming back at Kale. So let's have a look at the lead of this race, guys. Up there we can see now, God, I.R. Graham has got Talleyrand down to under half a second. Well, how long we got? We got 8 minutes to go of this race. 8.5 minutes to go of this race. Loads. It feels like this race has been going on for a while. There's a lot of it happening, and I haven't stopped talking yet. So, so Talleyrand's just got to defend. He's got 8 minutes from I.R. Graham. That's a lot to ask from this MX5. I.R. Graham's got the fastest lap of the race so far with a 57.691, but Talleyrand's not an easy man to pass. He's not he's not an easy fella to chuck one down the side of. So Graham will have to just apply pressure and hope for the best. Guesty in 3rd spot, 7 seconds ahead of Catula. Catula free from Jokers. Looks now that Mika Wivry and Ragnar are becoming a thing. Ragnar is really rough today. He's really being scruffy and gruff, and he's paid the price himself. Karma, some would say. So Mika Wivry still holding that 6th spot with Kale. Kale will be happy to see the back of Ragnar, I am sure. Kale trying a late break down the inside of Mika Wivry. He's made it work, and yes, he's pulled the move. It's quite far back, but he's done really well there. And now Kale is in 6th. Mika Wivry down 7th. Pat in 8th, some 1.5 seconds behind Mika Wivry. So there's nothing in it. Alexis Maximus still on his comeback drive with 58.9 on his last lap, 2/10 off of his fastest. And Ragnar is down in 10th, but he seems really aggressive this evening. I don't know if he's angry about something. So there we see. Oh no, I.R. Graham's taking the lead. Hang on, sorry, I apologise. Oh, and we missed it. We missed it. I don't know how he did it, but he did it whilst we were watching other things. Sorry, guys. So I.R. Graham now taking the lead by half a second, with Talleyrand just behind. I'll tell you, he did a 58.2 on his last lap, a 58.4. He's gone on this lap with a 58.3, and Talleyrand did a 59. So yes, Maybe Talleyrand made a mistake. Tyres for Alexis. Oh, his Lexus Maximus tyres absolutely shot, are they? Ooh. Outside left is not looking. Outside front left, I mean. Outside left? Front left is not looking like a happy camper. So IR Graham there, lovely tyres next to Lexus Maximus. Still holding that lead by half a second from Talleyrand. Talleyrand doesn't really, I don't think Talleyrand will have to race him, but I think two second spots today will be more than enough for Talleyrand, but he's got the racer blood. He be cursed there. He be cursed with the racer blood, So Talleyrand hunting down IR Graham, giving it his all. It's there. We see Guesty. Absolutely solid. Look at that. 59s and 58s. Oh, his tyre. His front left though. Be careful, Guesty. You've got plenty of time in the bag. There's 5 minutes left of this race. Cthulhu. Oh, that's alright, Guesty, don't worry. Your tyre's fine. Cthulhu's tyre, on the other hand, is absolutely shot. He was pushing early on. He was pushing through he can't even stop into the corner. He just slides out. He's got Jokers chasing him down. Jokers went a bit quiet, and there's Kale. Kale coming through. We've seen Kale. Kale's tyre management is absolutely stonking. Absolutely fantastic. Kale's been clever with his tyres. Joker's barely got any grip, and there you go. There's where the no grip is. And Kale just giving him a nudge, because I think Joker's did it to him, even though we don't condone retaliation in the Virtual Racers Club. We don't really like you banging each other too much. In this race does seem like there has been some banging. There, Pat, we can see is only half a second now behind the Mika Wivery. He wants that spot back. He was ahead of it earlier. So we have Racer Brown, nice move for Pat. Racer Brown tyre for Alexis, and wow, Cthulhu's tyres, yeah, there's rough. Oh, Pat. Mika leaving a little bit of a door open, and Pat was having a sniff at it. See how that American pie was tasting. Smelling, I suppose. Right, we'll go back. Oh, he's going for the long way round. Mika now driving defensive on the inside, making Pat do the work, and he's not got it around. These guys' tyres must be starting to feel it as well as Cthulhu. Cthulhu catching these two up because they're racing each other. Yeah, their tyres are about equal, and there goes Pat. He's made that move again. But he's outshot himself this time, and Mika Wivery just drives back round the inside and says, all day long, mate, all day you want to do that? We'll do that all day. So we'll have a look at the front, how that is going on. Ooh, IR Graham now pulling out over a second ahead of Talleyrand. He did a 58.6 on his last lap, and Talleyrand did a 58.7. He hasn't lost the pace. His tyres do look a little bit worse than IR Graham's. They're nearly 10 seconds ahead of Guesty at this point, with 3 minutes left of this race. Guesty's 8 seconds ahead of Cthulhu and Kale. What a comeback for Kale. Kale on the move today. He's up into 4th spot now. Looked after those tyres. Early doors. Dropped to the back. Thanks to Ragnar, we think. And yeah, I'm not the steward, so it's not for me to say. But he's drove through the field. Absolutely fantastic. So has Cthulhu to some point. And now they're in 4th and 5th. Just saw Kale taking 4th away from Cthulhu. Joker's holding that 6th spot. He's got 3.5 seconds on Alexis Maximus. Oh my god, what's happened? Mika Wivery, Pat are down into the last places. I'll try and ZX it, but no, they're already down there. So I don't know what happened. Looks like them two may have had a coming together. We will never know. And Ragnar, we saw he had trauma earlier on. Alexis on a comeback drive. He's up to 7th. Hasn't had to overtake anyone. How nice is that? Kale is amazing with tyre presence. He is. I think he thinks he's playing Wipeout. I've always said before, he floats. He doesn't drive. He floats around these tracks. But yeah, unbelievable. Everyone else's tyres virtually gone. Look at it. Guesty now is 6.6 seconds. There cannot be enough time. That tyre wear is totally different. 58.9, he nearly lost the back end then. At 59.8, no, I don't think Guesty's losing enough time for Kale to gain enough for him. We can see him though. You can see him in the distance. Cthulhu then. Oh, Cthulhu, he's lifting and all sorts. That tyre's going to pop any second now. He's got 2.5 seconds on Jokers. Jokers coming around. Oh my lord. This track really is killing these tyres. Not a fun time for them guys out there. So Ragnar, his tyres are okay though. Ragnar's looking after his tyres. Doesn't seem to be hurting as much as the other guys. Unless he's pitted, and if he's done that, that's a naughty, you're not allowed to. Nah, there's nothing there long enough to say a pit. Although, lap 8 looks sus, doesn't it, with the 107. Come on, Guesty again, he's doing okay so far. Alexis Maximus, he's down to 8th, so yeah, Ragnar somehow got past Alexis Maximus. And then Mika Wivry in 9th, ahead of Pat. Oh, I dread to think what happened there, mates, though. They should get over it quite well. Graham, IR Graham, crossing the line to do his last lap. 2 seconds ahead of Talleyrand now at this point. Talleyrand gets another lap. Will Guesty, I imagine he doesn't want another lap, looking at that left front. But he's coming around now. 3.4 seconds. Kale has cut that down. But Kale doesn't get to cross the line, does he? Did he cross the line? Kale just got to cross the line. Oh my God, he halved his time in that last lap. I dread to think what he can do in this final lap. There's Cthulhu finishing 5th. Joker's 6th. Ragnar coming around for 7th. Alexis Maximus is going to finish in 8th spot with Mika Wivry ahead of Pat. Looking around to the leaders then. It's Guesty I'm worried about. 2.4 seconds ahead of Kale. Kale is flying at the moment, did a 59.1 on his last lap. Kale did a 1 minute point 4. 2.2 seconds. What's this? Oh, Kale is absolutely flying at this moment. Guesty is nursing some really sick tyres. Io Graham crosses the line for the win. Congratulations, Talleyrand in 2nd spot. Can Guesty hold it round this last corner for 3rd spot? It's 1.8 seconds ahead. He's got no grip. He's got to crawl through this last corner. He's made it through the corner. He's coming around. He's going to make the 3rd spot, and he gets it. Last of the podiums. Well done, Guesty, and Kale gets 4th. Great drive from Kale there through the pack. And that was your sprint race. What's the feature race going to be like? Unbelievable. Congratulations, IR Graham. Do you know? Pole position and fastest lap, full maximum points. He's doing everything he needs to do to try and catch up Talleyrand, but Talleyrand finishing in 2nd, I just don't think it's enough. Talleyrand hasn't finished any lower than 2nd spot this season. His stats are absolutely unbelievable. He's either won a race or he's finished 2nd. He's never dropped any lower. And now his record is carrying on with a 2nd today. Let me take you to race results. Yeah, something hit the fan. Pat says in the YouTube comments. Well, actually, let's start above. So, Racer Brown said, come on, Guesty, get in there. Ragnar said, saved this replay. And I publicate reports. Yes, there was a lot of bashing out there, Ragnar. The Mika Wivry said, yeah, we had a coming together and Pat took me out. Oopsie. Pat says, well, that started well, then something hit the fan. It sounds like you hit the fan. The Mika fan. And then Pat said, went wide out the right-hand bend in the missile of the lap, ran over the grass on the outside, lost control, and caused Carly to spin. Oh dear. So, Ragnar, I will send link to Talleyrand. I think in Discord, you just ask for a form, Ragnar, and you do instant reports. So, there's your results. IR Graham won. A fantastic win. Talleyrand took the early lead from IR Graham, but IR Graham came back and they had themselves a beautiful race. Like I said, Talleyrand has finished no lower than 2nd so far this season. Look, I don't know why I do that arrow. I'm so sorry. I'll put it up there in the corner so it doesn't annoy you. So IR Graham takes the win. Talleyrand in 2nd spot. A great 3rd for Guesty. The last of the podium. Take a boo, my son. There you see Kale in 4th. That's good for his championship, ahead of Cthulhu. He needed to be ahead of Cthulhu and Alexis Maximus, so that's all going well for him so far. 6th for Jokers, 7th for Ragnar. Alexis Maximus was in 8th, with the Mika Wivry finishing 9th and Pat in 10th. So in the... oh yes, in Discord, that's it. So in the chat we have Ragnar. I will send link to Talleyrand, Racer Brown, Great Racing, Mika. Ragnar says yes in Discord. Mika Wivery says thanks. Mika Wivery says, is Ragnar upset with me? Pat said, I wonder who that is for then. Ragnar, no need to answer then. And Racer Brown says naughty boy, doesn't matter. Yeah, well, incidents get dealt with stewards, and then you guys can hate the stewards, not each other. That's why we do it that way. We don't like you arguing amongst yourselves. Argue with the stewards and not each other. All love between drivers. We're the bad guys. It's the stewards you don't like. We're the ones that dish out the warnings and the penalties. So, right, that's going for 10 minutes, so I'm going to have a little break. Because I need it after that race. Have fun, guys. Don't be horrible to each other in the chat. Oh dear, what have I just done? What did I do? Oh no, he's done it. He's changed the settings. Yes, be nice to each other in the chat. No finger pointing. Just let the stewards deal with it. It doesn't matter. It's just racing. It's just a fun game. Saturday night. So let's just, you know, be nice to each other. Big hugs, everyone. Big hugs. Cuddle ups. Snuggles. Woo, on the MaX5 club, snuggling away. Yeah, man, let's like just make love, not war. Right then, you can watch the fantastic IR Graham. It's 6 o'clock in the evening in Tsukuba, and I am gonna disappear for a bit, give you guys a little break. Yeah, snuggle up, race around. Everyone's got to have a little snuggle. Don't be angry with each other. It's just a game. Okay, I'll see you in a minute. Hey, how you doing? Sorry you couldn't get through. Just call my name and my number, and I'll get back to you. I think I messed the lyrics up on that. Oh, yeah. Bit of 80s Curiosity Killed the Cat for you. I'm back again. It's alright. No one's saying anything on YouTube now. Everyone's back to peace, love and harmony, as it should be in the world. Biden's in now, you know, so we're not angry anymore. Just senile. Excuse me. I'm gonna sneeze. I've got that sneeze feeling, but it's not coming. Oh, I was telling you about the credit card earlier. Oh God. Tried paying it last night through online, and it kept coming back saying this hasn't gone through. Your payment hasn't gone through, or something like that. There was a problem. Your payment hasn't gone through. And then my wife came to me tonight and she goes, "Why have you paid your Visa card 5 times?" I had 5 efforts, and 5 times it told me it hadn't gone through, but apparently it had. So yeah, I've barely got any credit card payments left. Got no money, like, but you know, happy days. I'm sure they'll give me back. I should have took a screenshot every time it said it hadn't gone through, shouldn't I? Rubbish. Anyway, so that's why my wife wants my wallet. She wants the credit card because I think she's going to buy all the Christmas presents on the credit card this year. So PS5, thanks. Yeah, PS5. Is that what we've saved up for? No, we've got no money. PS5. So IR Graham going fastest in practice. Oh, I haven't told him I'm back. How slack, Jack. Give me flack. I'm just back. I've got no inspiration. I was going to do something and I couldn't think of nothing. I used it all up on you with rhyming back with about 4 other words. Feel privileged. The poor people in the lobby, they just get back. You got back, Jack, slack, flack. Now let's get it on track. Give me a beatbox, I'm ready to rap. Taking it to you, don't take no crap. Listen to me, I'm no sap. I'm the man that talks chap. Oh no, best get on with this race, haven't we? Here we go. I'm going with the Y's now, so you can see it was all hinging on me. That's how important I am. I am the nut that holds the cog. Oh dear, Graham disappeared as I did that. There you go, we'll go on Kale. So we're going for a reverse grid on this one. I got over my cold ages ago. I don't know why I'm still a bit snivelly now and again. It's weird. It's lingering, but I don't feel ill. Just lingering. So Kale, ghosting his way around. Oh yeah, synchronized rear. Oh yeah, oh nearly. I thought they were going to do a crossover and then a pirouette. But yes, we were having a little synchronized reverse and MaX5ing from the Spaniards. They are very good at that. I do like it when they get themselves. Look at that. You have to remember which way's left and which way's right when you do that as well. That's so clever. And with the two Spaniards synchronizing, we have Pat in the JPS, Lotus Mazda, doing a few donuts on the start straight. Kale ghosting around. Oh, beautiful, boys, beautiful. If it was an Olympic sport, you guys would get gold. You definitely would. Now, is that left or is that right? Ooh, yeah. But then when you start going back normal, you'll forget which way to turn. Yeah, Jokers, just following him around. He's impressed. He's flashing his lights at him. He's like, wow, boys, that's really clever. Wow. Wow. That's awesome. So cool. And there we see, oh, Kale. They're all showing off in their own little way. It's Kale now. He's drifting. He's Tokyo Drift. We are there, I suppose, in the land of the rising sun. So now he's giving it some. Wele. The Spaniards doing some synchronized driving. Ragnar. He's ghosting. Jokers. Just impressed with the Spaniards, I think. There, Pat still doing his spins. It's like a madhouse around here. Mika also giving it a donut or two. Yum, yum, yum. IR Graham. You don't usually see IR Graham play. There we go. He's usually all business. Now 2 seconds and we are starting our 30-minute tribute to the MaX5 Season 4. This is where it's all come to. The end. It's been a beautiful season. It's been great. It really has. It's been fantastic. Lively little races we've had. Absolutely. It's been dominant from Talleyrand and IR Graham. But down the field, we have had some absolutely humdingers. Skyjacker, mega season in the chat. Pat said, not at all. I just know when things are likely to come my way. Oh, right. Still talking about incidents, I think. Clear your mind, Pat-san. Clear your mind, you are leading. There he goes, Pat, leading the way from Mika Wivery, who is in second. The rest of the field, all line astern. Alexis and Maximus. Oh no, Ragnar, early days, right off. Jokus inheriting fourth, but he slid off. These guys have started. Oh, there's a little bit of lag, I don't know. Still, it seems like it was just Ragnar. Joker seems to be bouncing around a bit though. Unsettled internet or what? So Katula in fifth. Kale 6th. Guesty is 7th. Talleyrand is 8th, ahead of IR Graham and Ragnar there. So he was on the hard tyre, so maybe he just wasn't expecting that from the hard compound. Pat still leading from Mika Wivery by 1.3 seconds. Alexis Maximus only half a second behind the Mika. He's flashing his lights out there. He says, I'm coming to get you. Joker's there. He was bouncing around a bit, but it's looking like it's settling down. And there we see movement. Kale trying to make a move on Cthulhu. So in 4th and 5th fighting there, giving Guesty the chance to come up upon him. Kale trying to make the move. Cthulhu trying to defend, but Kale's already up the inside, is he? He's there side by side, mid corner, and it looks like it's Kale who's made it through, and Cthulhu dropping down to 4th. So in the gold monster Mazda, he's got to look for a way past the Renown. Delivering Mazda, and Guesty has got Talleyrand right up. Here's Jaxie now, Ragnar, Mika Wivery. So how did Mika Wivery end up down there, and how did IR Graham end up right down there? So bizarre. But he's on an outlap, has he pitted? Oh yes, they've both pitted, have they? Jeez, so 2 early stops there I missed. And Jokus as well, is it? No, Jokus looks like it's just a spin from the Jokus. But yeah, I think Mika Wivery and IR Graham early pit stops. Pat's still going around on the hard tyre. And so is Alexis Maximus now in second, with Kale up into third on the hard tyre. He's being hassled by Cthulhu, who is also on the hard tyre. Talleyrand then on the hard tyre is up into fifth, with Guesty just in sixth there, trying to defend from Talleyrand, but I think he's lost the position. Looks like he's lost a couple. No, I think it's just Talleyrand he's lost the position from. Ragnar on his comeback there, he stayed on the hard tyres, but Mika Wivery, we think, has pitted. Did she pit? It said outlap, but when did they get to pit? And IR Graham, we think, has pitted. I didn't see him going in. That's so bizarre. But they may, I don't know. It says they're on lap 3. But the voice. So there, Pat is in first place, but Alexis Maximus now 3/10 behind him. Oh, they pitted on first lap, did they? Wow. So I didn't think the pit entrance was. Oh right, yeah, before the end of the first lap. That's it. Yeah, of course. Duh. So yes, 2 early pit stops there, and now Pat is under pressure from Alexis Maximus. Further back, you've got Cthulhu ahead of Kale, but Talleyrand really applying some pressure onto Kale. He's going up the inside of him. Oh my lord, little bit. I don't know. He's letting Kale have the place back again, it seems, and that has given Guesty the opportunity to come right all over the back of Talleyrand. With Ragnar a little bit further back than that. The Mika Wivery is, wow, she's got IR Graham almost virtually in her back seat. There's IR Graham making the move up the inside. They're both on the medium tyres now, so they're definitely two stopping. Maybe some of the other guys, but we saw those medium tyres going off so badly in the first race that you'd think they'd want to stay on the hards for as long as possible. Mr. Pennyworth, Gotham on Netflix. Do I sound like that's? Oh, I can't remember who it is. It's Sean Penn, isn't it? Sean Bean. Sean Bean. I'm trying to say all English people sound the same. Woofter. So Pat is leading from Alexis Maximus, but it's only a matter of time, it looks like, because Alexis Maximus is pushing Pat all of the way to the end. Yeah, we do all sound the same, geese. Pat leading from Alexis and Maximus, with Catula, his teammate, catching them up. So it's going to be a right battle here at the front. There's Kale and Talleyrand still battling it out there with Guesty in tow. Ragnar is only 1.2 seconds behind these guys, and IR Graham is only 1.1 second behind Ragnar, so he's nearly enough. Made his pit stop back. Pat. So who just went in? Someone went in there. Alexis Maximus has gone in from second place. He's getting rid of those hard tyres. He's going to get some softs on and join the other guys out there. He must have noticed IR Graham coming closer and closer to them. There's 25 minutes to go, as Mistritz says. 25 minutes remaining. Pat 8/10 ahead of Catula at this point. Catula is on the move. Did a 59.1 on his last lap. Pat did a 1 minute. So Talleyrand is up into third. He's got himself ahead of Kale, but these guys still not pitting. They're staying out there on the hard tyre, which I would assume would be the better option, because we saw the medium tyres really going off in the 15-minute sprint. The last 2 or 3 laps, there was barely any tyre left on them. But IR Graham, he elected to go on mediums really early, and he's slicing through the field. Already got past Ragnar. Alexis Maximus, he's pitted and got himself back out ahead of Mika Wivery, but Mika Wivery only 8/10 behind him. That's a good sign for when other people pit. And Jokas is some 23 seconds behind these guys, still on the hard tyre. Looks like he's had some other kind of issue. He did a 1:12.3 on his last lap. Pat's still leading from Cthulhu. Cthulhu cannot find a way past the Pat. He's 2/10 up on his fastest time. Cthulhu looking up the inside here, but no, doesn't want to make contact, pulls out of it. Then we have Talleyrand ahead of Kale. We had IR Graham making a move on Guesty. IR Graham on those soft tyres. He is absolutely flying at this point, but he will have to pit one more time than the other guys. Whoa, Guesty keeping him in check all the way down that straight, and Guesty still not giving up on the spot. He's coming back. Guesty is on the hard tyre. That's not bad, keeping up with IR Graham on that medium. Looking like he's coming back at him now in this corner. IR Graham, though, I imagine, trying to be steady, trying to keep the tyres clean. You're laughing about me trying to say your name. Message Mistress is how I would say that. 7th, Alexis Maximus after his pit stop. Catula must have pitted. I must have missed that. I do apologise. This fast and furious this is. They disappear in them pits and you don't see it happen. They're just straight down the field. There's Jokas is in the pits now to get rid of those tyres. Catula then pitted, come out behind his teammate ahead of Mika Wivery. Pat still leading this race from Talleyrand. Talleyrand is ahead of IR Graham. IR Graham has now got ahead of Kale. IR Graham absolutely on fire in this round, but he is on the softer tyre, meaning the medium tyre. There's Talleyrand going out really wide. Is there a better camera than that? Yes, of course there is. Going to take a sip. There goes Talleyrand making a move on Pat, and Talleyrand now takes the lead with IR Graham, and Pat loses 2 spots. Oh, poor Pat, losing 2 spots in one corner. One from Talleyrand, well, it is from the championship leaders, so you know it's not that embarrassing, and IR Graham is on the softer medium tyre. How long can Talleyrand hold off the floodgates? How long can he keep the Graham behind him? I'm not cutting away. The last time I cut away, it must have just happened. It's going to happen earlier on with IR Graham with those nice sticky tyres. He should quite easily get past Talleyrand, you would expect, but at the moment Talleyrand, oh, he looked like he made a lunge then, but Talleyrand closing that door, saying not there, not that spot. Here you go, F12, whoosh. Talleyrand hanging it right out on the curves. Here comes IR Graham deep into the corner on the brakes, taking it around the outside. Is he going to hold it on the curve? But Talleyrand just ahead. Talleyrand doing everything he can to stay in the lead of this race. Like I said, they both have to pit. If Talleyrand can keep those tyres going beyond 15 minutes and stay with IR Graham, he's in for a good shout. But IR Graham trying everything he can at the moment. It looks like he's here, they're going sideways. IR Graham's got the inside line to the final corner, but no, not the final corner, second to final corner. There you go, IR Graham up the inside. It's been a favourite part, but no, Talleyrand's still not giving up on it yet. Talleyrand's still there, they're going side by side all the way down the straight. It's a drag race down to the first corner. IR Graham is starting to show tyre wear already on those medium tyres, and there we see they're still side by side. Is it going to be for the whole lap? No, Talleyrand ran out of grip in the end of that corner, and now IR Graham taking the lead, but they both have to pit. So Talleyrand just has to stay with IR Graham for as long as possible, and IR Graham's tyres will go off. Phew, are we keeping up? Great racing from these two, says Racing Brown. Absolutely stunning stuff. Pat still in, holding that third spot ahead of Kale. These haven't pitted. Well, IR Graham's pitted. Guesty, he's still out there on his hard tyres. Katula has pitted in sixth spot there. He pitted on what, lap 7? Nika Wivery pitted on lap 1. So her tyres should be, they're not too bad. They're not too bad at the moment. I thought they'd be starting to go, but she'll be wanting to pit soon. There we see a Ragnar. He's still on his hard tyres. He's still ahead of Alexis and Maximus. So stopping early, it doesn't seem to have made that much of an effect. The hard tyre is doing absolutely fine round here. Jokas has pitted, put the medium on. He's done a 58.850. Talleyrand then, how's he doing? He's done a 58.8 on those hard tyres on lap 9. Did 59.1. It looks like it's starting to lose traction out there. Back end sliding around a little bit. IR Graham's front left is looking quite worn next to Talleyrand's. Kale has got up to third, so that means Pat has pitted. Pat pitted, put on the mediums. Pat's having a fantastic race today, so Pat has made his pit stop a little bit early. Really, you either want to do it early doors or you want to do it halfway, somewhere in between when Katula did it and when, well, that is Katula. Where am I looking? Pat? No, Pat hasn't changed his tyres, sorry. It was Katula, but I still think Katula left it a little bit late. I think he's going to have to pit again, and he's put himself at a disadvantage, but he is ahead of Mika Wivery and his teammate Alexis Maximus, who also did an early pit stop. So Pat then, he's still sticking it out there. He is having a good race though. I don't take anything back from that. It's 3.5 second lead on Cthulhu, and they both still have to make a pit stop. We're not quite halfway through this race, 17.5 minutes. IR Graham now 1.4 seconds ahead of Talleyrand in this race. Talleyrand looking like he's not making any sign of a pit stop just yet. He's just drove straight past the pits. Kale also straight past the pits. None of these guys are interested, nor is Guesty. No thank you. Pat, fifth, in no interest whatsoever. Cthulhu already made his stop. He is making his way. He did a 58.8 on his last lap. Pat did a 1 minute. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's done 2 1 minutes in a row. So, oh, where did, oh sorry, Cthulhu, did I call him Kale earlier? Cthulhu is doing 59, so he's a little bit faster than Pat. Mika Wivery in 7th, ahead of Ragnar. Has Ragnar pitted? Not yet. Oh, I thought Mika Wivery was behind Ragnar, so I'm not sure. There may have been an overtaking there. We'll have to see at the end of this lap, I suppose, because Ragnar's been doing 1 minute, but he's got Alexis Maximus all over the back of him. Alexis Maximus on those medium tyres, but they are slightly more worn than Ragnar's hards. But Ragnar definitely losing a bit of pace there. He was doing 59s, and now he's in the minutes. So Alexis Maximus on the move, try and get ahead of Ragnar and then catch up the Mika, who's only 1.1 seconds ahead of Ragnar at this point. And Jokus, I think we saw, had an early problem in the early part of this race, putting him further back from everyone. This is the race at the moment. This is the closest cars. There's some here. Ooh, where are we? These two, Pat and Cthulhu, half a second apart. Or we've got this battle down here with Ragnar, Alexis Maximus and the Mika Wivery. They've really caught the Mika Wivery up now. Her tyres are looking pretty torn. Ragnar doing an outside lovely move on Alexis Maximus while he was backing out of it. Mika Wivery lost all grip in that corner, but oh my lord, there's a little tap from the two of them. 3 wide going down the straight. Let's hope this ends okay. Mika Wivery with hardly any grip on that, and Alexis Maximus trying to come through. Mika braking heavily out of Ragnar's way and getting right in Alexis Maximus' way, but it's all good. Alexis Maximus trying to find a way past them. Tyres are done on that car, and Alexis Maximus, he's still got a lot of grip left to go, and he needs to get past. Mika should have pitted, I think, on that last lap. I don't think she's really got much grip left in those tyres at this point. Now Ragnar managing to get past, and now he's going to get on his way. IR Graham's tyres are looking absolutely super. 2 seconds ahead of Talleyrand, so Talleyrand not losing too much ground to IR Graham on those hard tyres. We're over 14 minutes. This is going to be a great run. Kale now finally coming in. He's pulled the trigger, and that might make Talleyrand and all those around him Guesty come in. Cthulhu, he pitted earlier than the others. Pat still hasn't pitted. He's still holding that 5th spot, only a second behind Cthulhu, and some 9 seconds ahead of Ragnar. Ragnar getting ahead of Kale. Kale coming out somewhere around where Ragnar is, either in front or behind or alongside. But yes, Ragnar and Kale alongside each other for near enough the lap, it seems. There we go, Ragnar, but Kale's going up the inside with that better gripped rubber and leaving Ragnar in 7th spot in his hard tyres, with Alexis Maximus thinking, oh no, this stop strategy's not working. Talleyrand then coming in. IR Graham staying out. His tyres are virtually done. He's going to have to pit pretty soon. Cthulhu, he's staying out on those used tyres. Guesty, see? Yes, he did pull the trigger, didn't he? Kale pulled the trigger definitely, and they all pitted. All 3 of them. And Alexis Maximus also coming in because he's had enough of his tyres, I imagine. And now that is Talleyrand going out into 3rd spot, just ahead of Guesty's coming out ahead of Kale. Kale losing out a little bit there. Lost to Guesty, doing that 1 lap earlier and having to race Ragnar. Gave Guesty the great opportunity to come out and get back ahead of Kale. Great racing there. Well done, Guesty. Ragnar still staying out there. He hasn't pitted yet. 12 minutes to go. Maybe he started on mediums and he pitted for hards and I missed it. Who knows? IR Graham now, he's coming in. So what is Cthulhu, we imagine, also going to come in? Where will Talleyrand end up? Where the hell is this race going? He's got his tyres done. He's putting a little bit of fuel in. Talleyrand is saying is in the lead. He's coming around the final corner onto the start straight. Guesty's following him around. It says that, but Talleyrand there. Where is he? IR Graham there. He's just come out. He's just come out into the first corner ahead of Talleyrand by 0.8 of a second. Talleyrand then, he's got it all to do. No, Guesty's gone wide. Oh my lord, Guesty's gone wide. Kale's coming around. Kale takes that third spot from Guesty. Oh, Guesty, oh, gutted for you, mate. Absolutely gutted. Pat then holding that 5th spot just ahead of Catula. Catula also come in and changed his tyres. This is a straight run right to the end now. We've only got 11.5 minutes. Catula making the move up the inside. Can he make it stick? No, not quite. Pat still holding ahead. Woo-hoo. So I.R. Graham 8/10 ahead of Talleyrand. They're both there flying now. All the way home, it's just a straight race between the two of them, with Kale 4 seconds in tow ahead of Guesty by 2 seconds. Guesty will be absolutely steaming inside that car. He'll be absolutely furious with himself, I'm sure. Podium for real, a definite podium just thrown from one mistake, small mistake. Ooh. There we see Pat still holding off Catula. Let's get on board with Catula, give him an F12. Still trying to go for that outside. He's going to swing it on to the inside. Racer Brown says, come on, Guesty. Racer Brown says, no. Commentator's curse, isn't it, Racer Brown? I got too excited about him. So now we're on board with Catula, looking for the inside line on Pat. He's on for the inside. Pat's moved on. Tried to close the door a little bit late, I think. Let's get back out of the car, but no. Ooh. He's let Pat go back through. So very gentlemanly. I thought Pat closed the door a bit late then, from inside angle, but no, it looks like Catula feels he impeded Pat and has let Pat go back through. So Pat's still in 5th spot, with Catula fighting for the place. Ragnar some 4.5 seconds away from those guys, but only 1.5 seconds ahead. Ragnar has finally come in, pitted, and put some medium tyres on. So there we go, he can now unleash the beast and reel off some fantastic laps. There's the first one at 58.9. Alexis Maxima, we know the Spaniards really wreck their tyres, so they're Mika Wivery. She's some 3.4 seconds behind Alexis and Maximus. She only has to be steady, keep it chilled, keep it cool, keep a nice steady lap time. She's doing beautiful lap times, 58, 58, 59, 59. And just hope that the Spaniards wreck their tyres like they did in the sprint race. So I.R. Graham extending his lead to 1.3 seconds. Looks like I.R. Graham will get the double win today. Will it be enough for the championship? I don't think it is, not with Talleyrand finishing second. Like I said, Talleyrand has finished no lower than second place in this championship throughout the 6 rounds. Race Brown do like the gold on Catula and Alexis cars. Nice, it is nice, isn't it? They give us a right nice little treat at the end of the season here with their green dribble cars. Oh, there we go. We've just come back to Catula as he's trying to make the move. He really is racing Pat. He really is pushing Pat to every inch of Pat's abilities. Oh, Pat going out a little bit wide there. Is that what Catula needs? No, Catula still can't make it stick. They're side by side, but Pat's got the inside line, but it looks like Catula's just slightly ahead. Oh, we saw Pat sliding a little bit through that corner, and I think that gave Catula the opportunity to take 5th spot away. Now he's just got to try and make those tyres last. Should do it though, 8 minutes. He pitted quite late, maybe that was his plan. He knew he could make a medium set of tyres last 15 minutes. So divvied the race up. It is a nice move, Racer Brown. And there we go, beautiful stuff. So I.R. Graham 2 seconds ahead of Talleyrand. I.R. Graham has got the fastest lap with a 57.4. I said I didn't think that early stop strategy worked, but it really worked for I.R. Graham. Not so much for people like Alexis Maximus or the Mika Wivery, where I think I.R. Graham managed to get through the traffic quite easily. It fell quite nicely for him, how it fell. Whereas I think Alexis Maximus and the Mika Wivery got caught up with Ragnar and could not get any further into the race. Talleyrand did everything he could on the harder strategy, I would say, on the hard tyre, trying to maintain that speed. 58.1 on his last lap. He's trying to save those tyres. Maybe he thinks tyres will come into it. Guesty is into the pits. Guesty, I don't know why. Oh, he didn't put enough fuel in. Oh, Guesty, Ragnar is some... Oh, Ragnar, Alexis Maximus is ahead of him. Oh, it goes from worse to worse. Maybe that's why he spun. Maybe he noticed his fuel gauge and that put him off. Oh, poor Guesty. That's gutted, mate. I'm gutted. Sorry, bud. He's down in 8th spot, ahead of Mika Wivery, who's 5 seconds behind these guys and 30 odd seconds ahead of Jokus. IR Graham then 2.5 seconds ahead of Talleyrand, finishing off this season, showing his strength and his might. There you go, 57.8. And Talleyrand's doing a 58.2. Looks like Talleyrand, he's spacing those tyres out. He's trying to get that car home with no dramas. Kale, also good on tyres, only 6.3 seconds behind Talleyrand. We saw how he can close in the final few laps of a race. So he's one to watch out for. Cthulhu, he's 1.6 seconds ahead of Pat now. Pat, he's some 3.7 seconds ahead of Guesty. Guesty, he's got ahead of Ragnar, and oh man, I don't know if I'll get a replay of it though. But yeah, there's Guesty already up 7th because Alexis Maximus pitted, and then Guesty giving it the inside move up past Ragnar, and that put him up into 6th spot, chasing Pat down. It's great stuff there from Guesty. He's on the move. Maybe that last pit stop was just what he needed. He's less than 3 seconds away from Pat right now on the newer tyres than anyone around him. So Guesty, one to watch in these final closing sessions. Great moves, Racer Brown says. So IR Graham 3 seconds ahead of Talleyrand. Maybe Talleyrand wants to do a Guesty. Just throw it in and sling some new mediums on it. So Kale 8 seconds now behind his tyres, starting to look a bit rough. Cthulhu 10 seconds. Do you know what? These guys, there's 4.5 minutes to go. They all look like they're quite ailing on their tyres. And Guesty, he looks like he's happy days. He's down to less than 2 seconds to Pat. He might have made a perfect move there, going in at the end just to put some fresh tyres on when everyone else is starting to ail. He's 200s up on his fastest time. The fastest time of the race is a 57.4. But he is definitely the fastest man on the track at the moment. IR Graham 3 seconds ahead of Talleyrand. Talleyrand, let me have a sip. Second spot for Talleyrand, some 8 seconds ahead of 3rd place Kale. I said watch out for Kale in the last closing laps, but it looks like Talleyrand has done enough to avoid any issues from Kale in the later laps of this race. Cthulhu, his front left is starting to look quite worn, and he is only 2.5 seconds ahead of Pat. Pat looking after his tyres a little better, but Guesty is less than a second behind Pat. Could he do it? Can he do it with 3 minutes to go? What's that, 3 laps? Maybe 4 if they go over the line in time. Whoa, that would be the racer of the day he'll get. He can get past Pat and Cthulhu. That would be most impressive. And he is trying. Look at him. Man alive, I'm going to get in car. Here we go, on board with Guesty, chasing down Pat, using every inch of that curb, using it and then some. He's gone for the inside line, he fancies an early move, but Pat defending very, very heavily, and now they're going down towards the wiggly bit, and then the tight left corner. I think it's this corner that's ripping all their tyres apart, and there goes Guesty. He's gone for an early move, he's gone for the move, he's made the move. Let's have a look outside. They are side by side going towards the right hander, but Pat has got the inside line now. Guesty has got the grip, and there you go, Guesty up into 5th spot, some 3.7 seconds behind Cthulhu. Big ask to go, 2 minutes to go in this race, but Guesty is the man on the move. He's the fastest person out there at the moment. Cthulhu, he's doing absolute solid, 59.1, 59.9. So Guesty has a lot to do to make up ground there. IR Graham 3.5 seconds now, leading this race here. Oh, they'll all get an F12. Let's do a rundown. So at number 1, you have I.R. Graham with his hit, Here I Go Again, I'm Gonna Win It. In second spot, you have VRC Talleyrand with his I'm in second again, but I've won the championship. Kale in third saying Tileware, what Tileware? Then in fourth, you have Cthulhu with Oh my god, my tire's gonna pop. In fifth spot, Guesty saying I ain't down yet, boy. In sixth, you have Pat with I'm having the best race, leave me alone. In seventh, you have Alexis Maximus saying, when was my last pit? Can I pit again, please? Is it time to pit? Ahead of Ragnar, who is saying, I'm angry today. Is he going in the pits? He's gone in the pits. Oh, he's got no fuel. He's fueled wrong. So Mika Wivery with I'm just about to move up to 8th. And in 10th, we've got Joker saying, what happened on the lap 1? Because that really screwed my race up. He needs to go in for fuel as well. There's a few there that haven't done maths very well. Although there's only 30 seconds. Oh no, he probably would have made that. So I.R. Graham going to cross the line with 30 seconds to go. Come on, Guesty, get in. Guesty going to get Cthulhu, says Racer Brown. Let's have a look. It's very close. We're only 14 seconds. Where are they? This is going to be their last lap. If he's going to do it, he's got to do it in this lap. I don't think he's going to do it. Oh, it was so close. One more lap, but Guesty has barely got any fuel on, whereas Cthulhu, he'd go there all day long. So there we see there Kale finishing in third spot with Cthulhu coming around to finish in fourth. Just though, Guesty was on his way. Fifth for Guesty, up and down race for him. Sixth, Pat, great finish for Pat. Alexis Maximus with that early stop, gave it a good go, gave some a go. No, he's messed up his donut. Is Ragnar going to get to come round? No, he's got back on the road, and there he goes. Now he's done it. And Ragnar also some interesting ways, but it's the end of the season. What will penalties? What difference will penalties make? Mika Wivery finishing in 9th ahead of Joker. So Ragnar got ahead somehow, or he didn't drop behind her in the pit stop. Oh, sorry, we've still got people racing. There you go. I.R. Graham going around. Congratulations, and Talleyrand in second place. Fantastic race. There you go. I.R. Graham taking the double win today. But does he get the championship? We'll have to keep an eye on our Discord to see. There you go. He got the fastest lap and the victory. I.R. Graham, you are supreme. Well done, my friend. Fantastic. What a great race. Absolutely loved that. I.R. Graham, early stop, turning it into a 2-stop strategy. Coming through the field, think it worked his way. It sort of opened up. The field opened up for him. Also, his mad skills helped him get through also. I mean, not just everyone pulling over for him, but yes, he made that strategy work for him where others couldn't. Talleyrand sticking to the 1 stop, staying out there on the hard tyres. Amazing to keep up with I.R. Graham whilst being on used hards. Did everything he could, I think. I don't think there was much more there he could have done. Kale, absolutely amazing race there in third. Cthulhu finishing in fourth, very good. Guesty fifth, unfortunate, he had to go in for that fuel stop right near the end. Could have been higher, but what a comeback. He was down to 8th, came back up to 5th in the last 2 or 3 laps. So hats off to him. Oh, A.R. Kale in third. Take a boo, my son. Then in 6th, Pat. Great race from Pat. Kept it steady, kept out of trouble. Did everything right. Brought it home for some good points finishing there. 7th for Alexis Maximus. I'll get it out. He made that early pit stop. Think he got stuck a little bit behind Ragnar with the Mika Wivery. Them 3 in a race. Lost a bit of time when he should have been trying to pelt it. Ragnar finishing in 8th, leaving the pit stop really late and then having to come in for a little splash and dash near the end. Mika Wivery finishing in 9th and Jokas in 10th. Your fastest lap was I.R. Graham with a 57.492 and he did that on lap 3. Now, I'm clueless now, guys. Oh, we've got some chat. We'll get the chat thing through. So, we've got, where did we get? Oh, Ragnar, Racer Brown, Guesty going to get Cthulhu. Ragnar, very bad racers. Ragnar, very, very bad. Ragnar, more accidents. Ragnar's not happy. Pat said, what a race. So that's what it feels like to actually race people. Mika says, just hope I've done enough to keep 6th overall. Massage Mistress did the checker flag thing. It looks cool. Mika Wivery says, congrats, Pat. Ragnar, coming soon will be Publica movie. Ragnar, thanks all, and definitely my last season of MaX5. Oh, sorry, Ragnar. I hope it all. I don't know. I didn't see that much. Okay, Racer Brown, congratulations to Talleyrand for the championship. It's got to be, hasn't it? He's got to have won. And Namika Wivery says, I just knew I couldn't keep pace on the hards. So that's why she made the early stop, obviously. Racer Brown, congratulations to Graham. Yes, fantastic racing. Apart from Ragnar not overly happy, hopefully. You know, it's always better the next day, Ragnar. Just don't make any harsh decisions tonight. Don't make no rash decisions straight away. Sleep on it. Have a good think. Don't start. You know, you've had good races in MaX5. You know, and they're not a dirty driving crew usually. I mean, we saw there was a few bumps and knocks out there. But you know, don't make any rash decisions, Ragnar. Just have a snooze. Put your incidents in, and let the admins do what the admins do. You have a sleep on it, and then hopefully tomorrow it won't be that much of a problem. So Pat said, didn't fight Talleyrand and Graham when they came to pass. Me knew I couldn't keep them behind, says Pat. So yeah, that's it now. That was the end of the season. So Saturdays, I honestly don't know. I don't think there's any plans. There's definitely no MaX5 before Christmas. So you won't see MaX5 before Christmas. But there may be one-offs. There may be odd races put on by people if they want to. Saturday evenings is open, and you know, with plenty of notice, like not Saturday morning sending me a message saying will you commentate tonight. But I'm open if you give me a notice during the week. I'll come on, I'll broadcast your race for you. So yeah, get in touch in Discord, see what we can do. But that's it for MaX5. I believe Talleyrand is your champion, but keep an eye on our Discord. To get to our Discord, I think first we trick you into going to our website www.virtualracersclub.co.uk, and then there's join our community button on there where you can press that, and that'll take you through to our Discord. I must say thank you for watching, all of you. If you've been with us all season, it's been great chatting with you lot. I love how you interact in the comments. When I first started this, there never used to be anything. Now it's like so many comments, it's hard to keep up with. So let's have a look. Pat says went wide and Kale passed, then slid, getting back on to be passed by Cthulhu to be 5th at the time. Managed the one stop well, I think. And Race Brown said, yeah. Mika Wivery said, I hope to host a one-off. So Mika Wivery's hoping. And Race Brown, I think I know what's coming. Something German. BMWs. No, I don't know. So stereotypical. But yeah, so it's been a great season. Thank you all for tuning in, if you have done, and if you haven't, if this is your first one, they're all on our YouTube channel. Oh no, I haven't upset you, Mika. Don't give me that. Don't start getting that stuff going on, because I said BMWs. Where was I? I should ignore chats. I'll start turning them off soon. Someone's gone already. Right, thank you for watching. Said BMW's coming. Who said it? I didn't say it. Someone said it. I don't know. So that was me. Your tomorrow we've got HPEC. Come and watch us tomorrow. It's the final of the HPEC. And that is at Le Mans. So 1 hour racing at Le Mans in the GR1 cars. It is going to go off. It's going to be off the hook. So catch us for that. I was your broadcaster and commentator, Hugh Jardon. Thank you for watching. I love you all. Be kind to each other. Everyone, come on. Everyone, let's go and give Ragnar a kiss. Not a kiss, sorry. Ooh, sorry, Ragnar. Let's all give Ragnar a bit of a hug. Everyone, okay? He's had a rough race. He's not happy. You've all bullied him. Now let's all go and just go and give him a hug, okay? Thank you.